Fellow Toastmasters, I want to provide a good counterpart to Wassie's inspiring speech. I want to leave you so thoroughly destroyed by the end of this, like you'll regret coming to this meeting. So I know we all like to talk about self-development at Toastmasters. Every one of us has the image of an ideal man or woman inside of our heads that we're all aspiring to be more like. You know, maybe he's more muscular, maybe he's more charismatic, maybe he has a fuller head of hair, maybe he drives a Ferrari. I have no idea. You'll have to answer that question yourself. What I do know, however, is that whenever you give a speech at Toastmasters, you're aiming at being more like that person. We all need an ideal to aim towards when we're looking to improve ourselves. But I think it's time to talk about what we're running away from. We spend all of our time focusing on becoming this ideal person, but we never think about his drunken, lazy idiot twin. We've had too many inspiring speeches at Toastmasters. I want to change that. I want to set the bar low. Very, very low. Depths of hell level low. It's time to show everyone here how to be the worst person they can possibly be. I want to teach you all how to waste your entire life. Here's one really good way I've learned how to waste your entire life. Spend all your free time pursuing mindless pleasures. There's nothing more important in our lives than seeking happiness, right? I think it was Joseph Campbell who said, follow your bliss. You guys want to know what my bliss is? It's going to all-you-can-eat Chinese, getting enough food to feed 5 Nambian families, and then eating it all in one sitting. So why not do that for the rest of your life? Have a beer, or 12, every single day. You're going to die regardless. There's no need to do anything strenuous in society anymore. Most of that is removed. So quit your job and move back with your parents. This IBM thing is a complete waste of time. It's cutting into your porn watching time, your drug using time, your Farmville simulating time, your YouTube cat watching time. It's time to cut that out. Who cares if you feel empty from time to time? You know, we've got a pill for that. We've got women on Tinder for that. We've got an endless stream of information on Facebook for that. You can just deny it. So ignore that impulse to deny yourself pleasure and work on something meaningful. We're all trying to waste our lives here, so let's get back to that. Pleasure along with pain are the only things that are real after all. So let's throw some more vice into the mix. Since we're looking to make the least of our lives, let's avoid any responsibility. The Greeks worshipped Atlas, you know, a man who carried a big world on his shoulders, but I think at the end of 2015, Atlas decided to take a little break. So I asked him about this. I asked him why he stopped shouldering the responsibility of the world. And you know what he told me? It's someone else's problem. So, aspiring life wasters, let's take note. Responsibilities for chumps. The modern man, well, he doesn't need any of it. It's time to avoid it at all costs. You know, there's no need to worry about the fact that you're morbidly obese. Everybody is healthy, even if you're 400 pounds. And don't get me started about economic success. You know the real reason why Guang makes more than me? It's because I'm a victim of society. It's not that I don't work hard enough. It's everyone else's fault. I have no personal agency, and I'm powerless to improve my own situation, so I don't bother trying. My well-being, well, that's the responsibility of the government or someone else, definitely not mine. You know, it's everyone else's fault that your life is unsatisfying, so spend as much time as you can accusing other people of wrongdoing without ever looking at yourself. Here's another tip. Act like nothing you do matters. The sun will eventually vaporize our planet anyway, so there's no point in pursuing anything meaningful. In a million years, nothing's going to be around, so don't bother with it. Go ahead, maybe kick a puppy. Be a huge dick to people. Tell your mom that her cooking's terrible. I'm giving you all Toastmasters free license to be as immoral as possible. So enjoy it. Be the worst person you can possibly be. Looking for more unsolicited tips? Don't worry, there's infinitely many more. Take pride in your ignorance. Don't think about anything. Let yourself be a puppet to any ideology that comes along. Refuse to grow up. If something gives you anxiety, avoid it. Don't confront it. Your fears are scary, so hide from them. Live your life like a lie. Spend your entire day doing things you hate, with people you hate, saying things you don't actually believe. Okay, guys, let's be serious for a moment. What am I trying to get at here? It's easy to abdicate ourselves from the responsibility of living a meaningful life, like I think Wassie alluded to. I talked to one of my favorite psychology professors the other day, and he told me that when faced with the difficulty of living a meaningful life, most people won't bother with it. It's very difficult. It's painful. Life isn't simply bliss. It's very difficult to find meaning in your life and actually work at pursuing this because we're constantly bombarded with distractions. So some of the vices I've listed here, I'm sure everyone can sympathize with them to some extent. You're probably thinking in your head which ones affect you the most. We all know how we destroy ourselves if we let our vices get the best of us. So we can waste our time and choose what's expedient, or we can invest our time and try to make things better. It's not useful to deny your vices. If you don't acknowledge them, you can't avoid them because you don't actually understand them. No, it's easy to imagine the ideal version of us. It's pleasant, it's nice, and I think it's necessary so we know where to aim ourselves. But today, I want you guys to take a step back. Think about the worst person you could possibly be. Work single-handedly to avoid that. Thanks.